mini lovers, it's Alli again. Today I am preparing to do the living room slash library slash study floor. I've already picked out the stain color. If you haven't seen that video, you can go back to the last two videos that I've done where I was deciding on what kind of stain I was going to use. I'm using a Rust-Oleum wood stain. It says Ultimate wood stain in cognac. Now this is the floor that was already in the dollhouse. And if you haven't been watching my videos, go back to, oh boy, the early days. I made a video of this dollhouse that I purchased off of Facebook Marketplace, and it was a hand-built from dollhouse plans from the 80s, and it was owned by not only three little girls, but her mother. I think her grandfather built it for her in the 80s, and it was through the mill. I don't know if you could see it because I've been trying to sand, but they drew in magic marker on everything. And this is one of those expensive cutouts of pine flooring. I don't even remember the last time I looked at the pricing. But you can see it's already done. You could use coffee stirs and also if you wanted, but this was a pre-purchased floor. And what happened was it's not square at all. Whoever cut it just kind of cut it and shoved it in, and this part particularly was like kind of buckled up because it didn't fit right. So what I've done was I just took my craft knife and I just stripped a little bit off. It didn't really matter if it was messy. I'm going to put some base molding. By the way, if you've seen the last video, I remembered this stuff I'm calling is called base molding. So anyway, fettuccine's here. I've just given them some toys with some catnip on it to keep them occupied. So you're going to hear little bells. I didn't think about that. It's their first time with catnip, and that's the bag of catnip. I think I'm going to have to move it. But anyway, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to try to really give this a good sanding. I did buy new sandpaper. Where did it go? Must have been stolen by a certain kitty. Anyway, I've got lots of paper towels here. I've got an old sanding block that I'm going to wrap this new sandpaper around. I'm going to have to look for it because I bought a whole pad of it and I pulled out a piece. I don't know where it went. All right, let me go get that. Okay, I had put it away because I didn't want them getting into it. But I bought this from Dollar Tree. I think. Did I really? Was it really? It is from Dollar Tree. They're little pieces. But I don't know about you, but I hate the big pieces of sandpaper. Oh, you got to keep folding them and try to find the spot that works. I am just going to wrap this around like this. Okay. Remove the catnip because they're getting crazy now. Anyway, I'm just going to sand. So I'm going to sand with the grain. I don't know that I'm going to get this green marker off. And I'm really hoping that it doesn't have a resist effect to the stain. But I'm going to go all over this because I did get some paint on it also. But you know, just the years of little fingers and stuff on it, I just figured it might have some kind of film on it. So I'm going to give it a really good sand. Hope that I can get off as much as I can of this green marker. Then we'll work on staining it. All right? So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've sanded, I don't know, I'm sanded till my shoulders hurt. How's that? And I finally gave up. Did get it lighter, but it is still there. So let's hope that it covers, the stain covers it. If not, then I will strategically place a throw rug over that area. I've gotten some wax paper because I don't want to get stains everywhere. I've got the foam brush that I used yesterday to sample, but it's kind of icky. That's the one thing about this stain that I noticed. When I tried to wash it just because I knew I was going to stain again today. It kind of came off like clumpy and stuff, not like the other stuff. But I do have an extra one. I've got one left. I'm going to have to pick up some more. By the way, you can get these at Dollar Tree. They sell it in a bag. But I believe, I forgot which, you'd have to check out yourself. But either getting them, they sell them in the tool section and also in the craft section. And one of them provides a better deal. I do believe one of them also gives you assorted sizes, so check that out if you are in the Dollar Tree. Okay, so I'm going to, I think I'm going to turn this way, because my tendency would be to go this way with the paintbrush. I need this to open. I'm going to use these for right now. Very exciting. I got myself for Christmas some 1-2-3 blocks off of Amazon. Oh yeah, that holds pretty nice. Anyway, I did get them specifically for this project because I'm going to want, if you see, notice this side of the floor, because it was buckled for so long, it's kind of took that shape. So when I do glue it in, I'm going to put these on it. So, I mean, if you watch Bentley House Minis, she uses these all the time. It's the first time I've ever seen them, and I've since seen other people use them. I don't know what their original use is for, but I think I paid $17 for the two. Ooh, gee, the two of them. They come in a pair on Amazon. So I'm going to spread this out a little bit. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to continue to shake this for a minute and open it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here goes nothing. This is a big moment. If you're a follower of my channel since the original days, it's been a year. This is now my year anniversary of starting my channel and finding the dollhouse. I've mostly worked on the outside and cleaning up the inside and painting the inside. So here goes nothing, because this is the start of getting to the inside of the dollhouse. Sorry if you can't see because of my hand. Wow, this is sucking in the stain. Okay. So I think I'm going to work in somewhat small sections. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Now, the thing about this floor is it's going to have furniture in it. It's going to have some rugs in it. I want it sort of like a... I keep going back and forth with calling it a library or a study. I kind of want it to be, if anybody's seen... I don't know if it's really that. I mean, I think about that movie. Oh, you see now the paint did resist the stain, even though I sanded it off. So we might just try to make that a little darker. Hopefully that will cover it. I probably could have used a bigger brush for this. Anyway, if anybody has seen the Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr., like kind of that era. For those of you that don't make YouTube videos, it's very strange talking to nobody while you're doing stuff. Yeah. I do like the color though. Hey guys, let me know if the lighting seems better than yesterday's video, if you've watched both. I have an overhead light on my, it's like a shop table. That video is also one of my very first videos on my channel about my craft table that I got. There's a light on it, and I did not turn it on yesterday, but now I'm thinking it might have a little too much of a glare. But let me know what you think. Now, this is, wow, you can really see. Oh, this is nice. I'm liking this. But you can see where there are spots that are like resisting. Well, that was just a chip, but I'm sorry guys, I was talking and staining and my camera shut off. I have no idea why. I wish these things would make like a ding or something to tell you that it stopped, but it didn't. Anyway, this is one coat of stain. There are some spots that did do some kind of weird resist effect. I'm a little upset. It's not the stain's fault. I'm upset about it, but I think this is the back of the room. I'd have to put it back in the dollhouse. Yes, this is where it was buckled. So there are a few spots here from paint, and there's something here. I don't know what that is. Maybe I didn't sand that spot as well. But this is the back of the room, so hopefully it won't be as noticeable when looking into the dollhouse from this direction. Okay, so my memory was full. That's why it wasn't staying on. But I wanted to give you a closer look at the way the floor came out. The color is definitely not... There we go. That's a little bit better. I think it's the light above that's making it look a little different. Yeah. But, yeah, I'm happy with the way the color turned out. It does look a little different on camera than it does in real life, but I like the variation in the different planks of wood. That looks really cool. So I'm very happy about that. And the next thing I'm going to do is let it dry and fit it into the dollhouse. I'm going to have to glue it down, I think, because there is like a plasticky coating on the back of this. I might use the wood glue. I might use tacky glue. Yeah, I might use this. Yeah. But I am going to check first and see if this is a peel and stick or not. I just thought of that. I don't think it is. But even if it is, it probably does not have any. It's so old, it probably doesn't have any stick to it left. And I'm going to stain. I think I stained enough trim pieces, but I didn't check. So I'm going to check that and come back, and we'll see how the floor looks inside the living room. Okay. So I wanted to show you. It's drying. This is the way it will look from the outside of the dollhouse. I have to get these edges. This is not very thick, but you can see the paint. I think that's paint. I can't really tell through the camera, but it could just be stain. But if the stain doesn't take to it, I am going to just touch it with some brown acrylic paint so that it doesn't look so noticeable. And it looks pretty good. It still has a little bit to dry. And just word to the wise, don't do what I did. Don't use wax paper. Use a craft paper, like a couple of layers maybe of craft paper. The stain did not dry or absorb on the wax paper. It just kind of sat there so that when I did try to move this around and clean it up, I got it all over the place. So use like a heavy craft paper or newspaper or something like that. Okay, so I had an ingenious idea to see if I had enough of these, which I think I should. These are the trim pieces. This will be going on the wall right up above the floor, kind of like that. So what I figured I would do is cut them while the floor is not in the dollhouse. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that because I have a doorway over here. I am going to do this back piece because it's going to get hard to see the back piece. But I wanted to show you, basically, what I really wanted to do was show you how easy these bamboo things are to cut. Now I got the measurement. I got my easy cutter. It's set on straight. I've kept the spot with my fingernail. Now I just have to get it on there. I can actually double check. I'm going to take it off camera because I need to look at it closer up. And no. Well, you know what? I have so many of these that if it's not cut right. No, it is. It's right. And then just go like this. And that's it. This is a very good tool to have in your miniature kits. Again, they range from different prices. I did a haul on it. I forgot. It's probably in my where I get things for making miniatures video. Now this one may be too warped to use. Maybe not. But that's how it's supposed to look. I'm going to try and stain it a little darker. I'm thinking this is more of a raw sienna color, and I do not have that in my acrylic paints. That would have been well, you know what? It's because Apple Barrel doesn't make that color brown. This is what I was having trouble with. I am in the middle of nowhere, and my closest craft store is the Walmart section, and I have, believe it or not, the tiniest Walmart in existence. That's true. That that's near me. I have to go to a big super Walmart, which is probably 28 miles away, to get a bigger selection. But I think I'm pretty sure I could not find raw sienna. I have to get to like a Michael's to get the better quality paint. They'll usually have different colors of raw sienna, that kind of thing. Different colors, more ranges of browns, I should say. So, yeah, I'm going to call that good. Now, I'm going to cut the other pieces because I do have pieces around the doorway, and probably restain these again because the ends where you cut are not stained. But first thing, we're going to get this floor in and see how it looks. Okay, so here's the room. I'm going to still have to paint the bottoms. I think the trim will probably cover it. Now, if this was a real room, after doing the floor, all right, here's the floor. After doing the floor, how nice. That looks really nice. I'm so happy with that. You would probably do wallpaper, right? I haven't picked wallpaper yet before putting the trim up, because the trim will cover any kind of mistakes. Now that is not square. You can see right under it. Well, you can't see. Yeah, you can. There's like a little gap there. I kind of thought that when I cut this, so I might cut this, cut a different one. Excuse me, all of a sudden I think the fumes from the stain are getting to me. Yeah, this is not straight. It's kind of warped, which I should have looked at before I even stained them. But I can always try another piece. And try one that's not stained. So I'm going to do that. Work on. Yeah, I really like the way that looks. You know what though? I don't know where I'm going to put the bookcase. So I might leave the trim off for a little bit, but I wanted to show you guys, you know, what kind of what it looks like. The bookcase, I don't need the trim piece there because it's pretty large. And I'm just not sure if I'm going to put it on this wall or that wall and cover up the window, or even put it on the back wall, covering up the window. It's not going to be like a permanent thing. I'm not going to glue it in place. I'm sorry, I'm going through a thought process here with you. But I don't have windows. See, that's the problem with all these different stages of planning. But yeah, I don't have the windows yet for all of these. I'm still looking into which kinds I want. But also because I'm hold on, let me show you. Now we're getting down a rabbit hole of other things, but the kitchen also, which is over here, has a window there, sorry to tip you, and in the front. And they're in the room, they're kind of oddly placed. So I was thinking of also covering them up. Of course, on the outside, I'm going to tip you back up, don't get seasick. On the outside of the house, it's symmetrical because, let me take you off the tripod. See, they're symmetrical to the front of the house. But the way the rooms are, this is just poor, I think this is just poor planning. The way the rooms are, see, it's not bad on this side, those last windows, but these rooms are a lot bigger. It's okay in the bathroom area and the hallway. I mean, that's where it gets a little off. Yes, I know it's a dollhouse. I know it's not somebody's house. But when you get to this area, sorry, I have a cat sitting on my head. It's off kilter, and it's a little weird because these two rooms are smaller. So, I don't know. I'm planning on maybe covering those up and just making them look like windows. You know, maybe putting like curtains in between what I cover up. Like a kind of make a faux window, even though it's a real window. But from the outside, it would look like a window with curtains, and from the inside, you know, might have a piece of furniture in front of it. Or, you know, maybe I'll put a piece of mat board or something over it so that I can always take it down if I plan to change anything up. So yeah, guys, that's my video for today. I am going to glue this in, put the 1, 2, 3 blocks on it, and let it dry. And we'll check it out later. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around and listening to my nonsense. And I hope you subscribe, and I will see you down the road. Thanks for watching. Bye.